NSI grant ruling. This is the Supreme Court order. Supreme Court decision on NIH grants. These grants raises many questions from public. That questions as below mentioned, I repeat, I read. What is that? Is the Supreme Court decision a final victory for the Trump administration, an ongoing legal battle? Could this ruling set a precedent for future executive action to cut federal funding for research based on ideological opposition? Will this decision lead to a chilling effect, discouraging scientists from pursuing research on diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) topics? Are there legitimate legal? What happens to the millions of dollars in research stream? Could the disruptions, ongoing studies, negative impact on public health? Why did the Supreme Court's majority opinion focus merits of the case itself? Does this mean that the plaintiffs could still win if they refile their law different court like the Court of Federal Claims? What does it say about the state of judicial judged with a hypogram or reasoning as justice sent? Or the administration claims that DEI programs conceal insidious racial discrimination. Some evidence. It is a dangerous precedent agenda that this ruling undermining review in the US. Could the loss of these grants lead to a of their work? How will this decision affect the researchers who were relying on this funding to continue their work? Is this a part of a larger coordinated the entire federal government? Could the targeting of research on specific topics such as censorship? What message does this send to international collaboration? Will universities and research institutions cuts? Is the claim that these cuts will result? What is the role of diversity in biomedical research? How therapies are effective for all population if we don't fund research on diverse group? Is it possible to separate the scientific value of scientific innovation? Is this a political motivated atom science? Will this decision embolden? Then, could the public trust in federal science agency action? Is this a signal that the administration intends to prioritize certain areas of research? Is there a risk that this will disrupt priorities? Will the fight over this funding continue in lower court? Is there any way for the scientific community to push back against these cuts? Can private philanthropy or other sources of government? Are there any constitutional challenges that can be action? What is the ultimate goal? Cuts? Is it to save money or to enforce a particular ideological view? How will this impact the global standing of the US in? Will other countries take advantages of these situations? Could this decision be overturned to real challenges? Is the use of the emergency appeal process by the super concern? Does this represent an abuse of power by the executive branch? What is the true cost of this curse to American society, both in terms of scientific health? What are the long-term implications of this decision on the future of in the US? Is this a step backward for public health? Please like, subscribe and comment. This is the NIH versus Supreme Court. Supreme Court decided what happened. See next days.